Just two, so you got three. In the back, you got to help.
Come hide it over here in front of my feet.
While we were all sitting there.
Or maybe just put it lower on the fence.
Going to kick off the Ronald McDonald here. Beautiful Saturday for softball. Hotshots take on Impact Gold Klehm in game number 1. There'll be 3 games today. Hotshots look to kick things off. It's a big weekend of softball.
He's got some what?
First pitch is down, ball 1. Grizzly Sandell's in the circle for the Hotshots. Had a tough weekend 2 weekends ago. Last weekend had the weekend off. Pitch number 2 is away, ball 2. Camille Cloudy's behind the plate. Olivia Diaz over at third. Pitch 3 is ball 3. Kinsley Schulte's your shortstop. Kendall White at first base. And Carissa Cloudy is your first baseman. There's a pitch down the middle. Strike 1. 3-1 is your count. It's McDonald's term. It's a big one. Some of the entry fee goes back to the Ronald McDonald House, which is a nice gesture. Got 51 teams just in this 14U division here in Cypress, Texas. Pitches ball 4, and the leadoff hitter is aboard at first base. Jill Nevaez is out in right field. Cameron Payne is your left fielder, and Kylie Birding's out in center. Pitch is up, swung on, strike 1. It's a good job here by Presley getting ahead of the second hitter. Hotshots kind of struggled all the way around 2 weeks ago. I think everybody was just ready to go home and shake it off, start anew today. Swung and foul back and out of play. Yeah, so the tournament 2 weeks ago was the Aggie Land Classic over in College Station. They ended up going 1 win, 4 losses over the Saturday and Sunday, and most of those games were not close. When you have trouble hitting, pitching, fielding. Ball 2-2.
Thanks, sir.
2 balls, 2 strikes. First inning, we still got a runner over at first base. Nobody out. I think we have been put on the misfit field for today. It's 2 sets of 4 fields, which is 1 through 4. This would be considered field 5. That's going to fall foul, out of play. This would be considered field 5. There's also a 6 through 9 just to the other side. This field kind of splits it, but we're tucked back in the trees, which at least for the morning session is a good thing for some shade, but may need the most maintenance out of the 9 fields. Do have a makeshift fence out there in center. If you can see it on the screen, it cuts out the baseball portion, but it's makeshift. And you just hope now the girls have to go make a play back there, as there's exposed metal rods coming up out there with the orange warning fence taped to it. Got a full count here, nobody out. Pitches up, strike 3. So strikeout swing is the first out of the inning for the Hotshots. And good job by Presley bringing that one in there, getting the first out, keeping the runner at first base, and a 0-0 game.
It's in my van.
It just misses up and away. That one was close.
Yeah, I realized it about halfway up here, and I'm like, I'm not sure. And he's like, I think I'll be over.
Just misses away. That was clocked in at 52 miles an hour from Presley. It just hit the river. He's having a conversation with the batter about something not being in the batter's box. I'm not exactly sure what it was. I couldn't make it out, but he was not happy with something she was doing. You now have a 3-ball, no strike count here. Something about the way she was stepping out, but he was telling her, once you're in there, you get in there and you stay in there. So, all 4. So Presley's thrown 15 pitches, 11 balls and 4 strikes. She's going to have to come right at these batters. Presley throws hard. Sometimes has some trouble controlling it. When she's on, she's devastating. Still warming up here in this game. First and second, 1 out. Good pitching, fouled off down the right-hand side. That's going to drop off the fence. Strike 1. Swung and fouled off again. Out of play. Presley's way ahead in this count. No ball, 2 strikes. early in this Ronald McDonald. We got this game here, 11:30. I believe the next one, 4:30. 4:45. I'm corrected. Another foul ball, and Presley's found it now, as 7 of the last 8 have been strikes here. 4:45, and then 6:30 will finish the night tonight. 90-minute game, so an hour and a half. Looks like we started about 11:40, which would put us at just after 1 o'clock when this one will end. Good pitch, strike 3, looking. And he paused for a second like he wanted it. So did Camille behind the plate. And he got the arm up and strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning here for Presley. 2 runners on, nobody out. Or 2 outs, sorry. 2 outs, no runs across. They're going to move KB over in center field, moving Cameron Payne in left field over towards the line. So expecting this left-handed hitter to be just a little bit late. And that pitch is fouled off. Fouled away, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out. Looking for strike 3 in the end of the inning. Here's the pitch. Oh, great changeup and a swing and a miss.
Woo, that was beautiful.
What a pitch on strike 3. Up and in, changeup.
Right here, sir.
And we got no runs across. 3 strikeouts in the inning. 2 runners on by walk. We're out of the top of the first. Good inning for the Hotshots. We go to the bottom of the first, 0-0.
Let Brian please is what I meant to say.
I got you.
I mean, when you're done chatting it up.
I figured those pleases are implied.
We move to the bottom of the first. Krista Cloudy's going to be your leadoff hitter here for the Hotshots. Camille, your on-deck batter. Kinsley Schulte in the hole. No run scored by Impact Gold in the top of the first. We have played this Impact Gold team before. I think we're 0-2 with them. I don't know the scores, but I believe we've lost twice. So there's a good slap and a foul ball to the left. Carissa's bat here in the fall season has dramatically improved. She seemed to go through a little bit of some struggles in the spring season, maybe a confidence thing, but she is hitting the ball very well, putting it in play, slapping, running, getting on a lot. And it hasn't gone unnoticed. That one's up the middle to the pitcher. She throws the first and out number 1.
Sean.
Pitch 1 to Camille is a ball low and away. Camille's your batter. Kinsley on deck. Presley, the number 3 hitter, is the Hotshots looking to try to find a way to break this nothing game open. Big swing and a foul ball.
Did he not just say it? Sean! Okay.
Swing and hit to third. She's coming in. It's going to be a tough play. Over to first and plenty of time, and Camille's retired. So that one goes ground out 5-3. We got 2 outs here.
Come on,
In
Kinsley,
the
we
bottom
need
of
you,
the
babe. We
first.
need
Kinsley
you.
Schulte's your hitter. Presley Sandell on deck.
See if all this field time is paid off this week.
First pitch a swing and a miss. Strike 1. This girl's throwing about 50. It's up and away in the zone. Strike 2. And that's unlike Kinsley. Just swing and miss at 2 pitches. Both were good pitches. Both good pitches to swing at. She comes up empty with both of them. She's down no balls, 2 strikes. There's the third pitch of the at-bat. That's up. Ball 1. If anything, I would say Kinsley is not aggressive enough. To swing and miss at the first 2 is not typical. She gets herself in a little bit of trouble by not swinging and having pitches called strikes. This pitch is away. Gets her with the changeup, strike 3. So the Hotshots go down swinging here in the bottom of the first. Nothing. Grizzly Sandell takes the circle for the Hotshots here in the top of the second inning.
Go Hotshots, look alive out there, ladies.
No changes for the Hotshots this inning. You have Camille Claudy behind the plate. It's ball 2, low and away. Olivia Diaz is your third baseman. Kinsley Schulte at short. 0-0 ball game. Top of the second. I could use more of these clouds. That's not such a bad thing either. Sun goes behind the cloud. It cools off significantly, and it's not a bad day for softball anyway, but it'll be in the low 90s. Carissa Cloudy's over at first, and Kendall White is your second baseman for inning number 2. That's ball 4. The leadoff hitter's aboard. Here's a good pitch on the inner half. Fouled away. No balls in play in that first inning. He had 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Lots of foul balls. And nothing on the ground or in the air out in the field. Which is a good and a bad thing. Good in that you're not having chances to make mistakes, I guess. But also standing out there in the heat, you can tend to go to sleep.
Doesn't have to be the last. I was under the impression there were no courtesy runners either.
Coach, come here, Coach.
If they want to stay and hang out and play for an hour, I'm okay with that. And then some pay.
We wouldn't do no lineup or nothing.
Well, where's Charlie? Okay. Put me on speakerphone. Take me to them right now. Because I already told them once that if I keep getting phone calls like this, I don't want to know. Then Halloween is coming.
No ball to start.
So some confusion around the rules on the courtesy runner. It has to be the last completed out. They tried to use their leadoff hitter. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I think the rule is it would be the last completed out. There are no courtesy runners in this tournament. So back out with the number 9 to first base. And we reset. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Good. Ooh, good pitch on the outside, but just misses.
paying attention to the friends that are there.
It's a hit by pitch, and we got first and second.
Give Caitlin your iPad.
Nobody out. First and second, nobody out. Nothing gain. That's a ground ball towards first, and it's past Chris and out into right field. It's going to draw first blood for Impact Gold, and it's 1-0. Single.
How did 14 get on? Did she get blocked?
Hit by pitch.
Okay.
So we got second and third, nobody out. The first hit of the game by either team is a single out in the right field drawing. Runner home from second. 1-0 Impact Gold. Second and third. Presley Sandell is your pitcher. There's a strike. 1-1.
She's not even.
Swing and a
Then don't
miss.
call me and tell me that it's
Strike
started.
2.
Plain
1
old.
ball, 2 strikes.
Okay, and tell her if I get one more phone call for you. If I get another phone call from you, so figure it out. I love you, bye.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Fouled away. It's going to go over the fence. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kylie Brenning's out in center field. Cameron Payne in left. Jillian Vass is your right fielder. Leslie Sandell in the circle and Camille Claudia behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Timeout. Balking. I think Sasquatch threw that back in from the woods. The trees that back right up to the backstop here, and that one just came flying back in with nobody going out into the woods. That's a wild happening. UFO landed back there, Bigfoot, something. Ball's back in right field. All 3 high. Full count. Nobody out. Foul down the right-hand line. Count remains full. Here's the pitch on a full count. Up. Foul back. It'll stay full.
See, Elliot, you work for no reason.
So we still got second and third. Nobody out. Full count. Payoff pitch right here from Presley. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So first out of the inning. On a strikeout, she's got 4
Way to come back,
on the
Presley.
game.
pitch.
It's in there for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Said earlier we got this one. We got one at 4:45, and then 6:30.
4:45.
Down and away in the zone. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike. That was a good pitch. Batter offers at that one. It's just hit hard into the dirt. Ground ball somewhere, most likely on the right-hand side, as it was in the outside part of the plate as well. Jams her. This is going to be a tough play. Kendall comes in, play at the plate. That's at first base. That's the second out of the inning. Run scores. It goes 4-3, but the runner gets across, and that's an RBI. We'll have a runner at third base, 2 outs, 2-0 impact goal. Just swung on and fouled off. Lots of foul balls for this impact gold team.
We need a ball. We need one of them balls. Is Jimmy still searching for that one in the woods? Oh, it's over this way, Blue. It's on the left side over here. Coming. Girls ball.
All right. No ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner at third. Up, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul to the right-hand side. Just barely misses Coach Ben over there, sitting in the edge of the dugout. Jill's going to go give it chase. We got a 1-2 count.
Ayla's living her best life out
there. Ayla's playing really close to the line for some reason. That happens to be where the shape is.
Stop.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, and a 2-0 impact gold lead. Which is high and away. Ball 3, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's also pitch number 50 at 25 balls, 25 strikes. Pitch gets off her hands. Drops just out of Chris's reach over there at first base. Full count. You know what I just realized? Full count. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung it. Good pitch there, strike 3 looking. So Impact Gold's able to get 2 runs
2, sir.
across. How many hits they have? In that one, they just had 1 hit, right? 1 hit. 2 runs across, 2-0 Impact Gold moving in the bottom of the second.
need some more balls. Go to the finish. Tell me we need a couple of balls.
He's gonna bring you something.
Okay.
He's gonna go though. Yeah, you need to get him.
Move to the bottom of the second. Trying to find more softballs as there's a lot of foul balls happening in this game, and there are woods close by. I don't think they're making it back onto the field.
They should have just sent you with a bucket of balls, as many as we lose in the woods.
Presley Sandell's your leadoff hitter for the Hotshots. Olivia Diaz is your on-deck hitter. First pitch is high and away, ball one. Pitch is hit hard in the left field. That hits fair, and it's down past the fence. Presley's rounding first. She's on her way to second, and they're going to hold her there. So a leadoff double here by Presley Sandell. And the Hotshots have something cooking in the bottom of the second inning.
Let's hope that's us waking up. Let's go, Forrest. Home suit, baby. Bring her home.
Olivia Diaz will be your batter here. Presley Sandell doubles into second. Shots have the start of a rally. It pitches up. Ball one. Kendall White is on deck. Do trail 2-0 here. They are the home team. You have 90-minute games. We're a third of the way through so far. Pitch is popped up towards first and out, number one. So Presley will hold up over at second. Kendall White is your new hitter. KB on deck. Pitch is fouled. Back, strike one. It's down. We got 1-1 count.
Come on, dugout. I can't hear you. I hear one. Let's go, dugout. 10-6. I don't hear you.
Blue calls time here. I think there's some balls coming back in from the Impact Gold dugout. Pitch is high and gets past the catcher. Ooh, and it hits Presley over at third base and in the pitching arm too. So we got a 2-1 count. Presley's going to walk in. Here we go. This is just... Oh, sorry, I'm on mic. We're just the start of it. Here's where all the technical things typically happen. We should have everything falling. All right, so that one Gets over the catcher's head, knocks the scoreboard off the fence. Forming back here, and we'll have to reset before we have the technology gremlins start eating into the stream. Kendall White's your hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike. Presley's down at third. That one on the throw. Retrieval on the ball to the backstop. Hitter in her pitching arm. Not good luck. That's bunted right out in front. And that's going to bring in Presley from third. So Kendall does the job getting the bunt down, ball in play. Hotshots have their first run. They trail 2-1. That'll bring in KB. And according to my statistics, which are unofficial, that one's fouled back. But I was doing some research last night, and KB is leading the team in batting average at .433. And I said not official, as I think there may be a few at-bats here and there that have missed on the scoring, and I don't give errors in the field, but needless to say, she's hit the ball very well since coming back from injury. This one's a ground ball to short, and the throw is in time at first. We got a 2-1 ball game moving into the top of the third.
How many runs?
One, sir.
Hey, Gracie, put your down.
All right, we move to the top of the third. Presley Sandell is in the circle for the Hotshots. We got a 2-1 ball game in favor of Impact Gold. Gracie Brown's going to enter the game for the Hotshots out in left field. Her first appearance as a Hotshot. She has a plus arm, power, great catcher, a bright future ahead for her. So she enters the game out in left field. You got KB in center and Jill in right. All one low. Camille Cloudy is your catcher. One ball, no strikes. Camille still behind the plate. Chris over at first. Olivia Diaz as your third baseman. Pitches high, ball 2. Kinsley Schulte is your shortstop, and Kendall White at second base. Round out the infield for the Hotshots. In a tight one here, about halfway through, according to my game clock, 43 minutes of a 90-minute game.
Hit.
3 balls, 1 strike, as that one's called a strike down in the zone. A special shout out to Lexi and Elliot. I hear it's their 14th anniversary today. That's right. Thanks for spending part of your day out here at the Ronald McDonald Tournament. And that one misses away, ball 4. So the leadoff hitter for the Impact Gold team has been on in each of the first 3 innings, able to work around it in the first and give up 2 on 1 hit in the second. And they're starting things off hot here in the top of the third with the leadoff hitter aboard again.
Look at my black one.
Up, ball 2. Mentioned Gracie Brown entering the game out of left field. She will be the number 2 hitter next inning. That one's hit hard to third. They get the force over a second. So Olivia does a good job of knocking that down and making the right play over a second. Kendall was on her way over. She had to double hitch to throw it. Rule of thumb, as these girls get older, will be throw it to the base. Let the fielder get there. She double pumped. Didn't end up having to pay for it. Good job by Jill going and giving chase this one in right field. And that's the second out of the inning. So it's a flat. I think that would have been a foul ball. Jill ventured a long way and is able to make that catch second out of the inning. But what I was saying with Olivia is typically you'll hear throw to the base. If that girl was running from first on that one, she was kind of jogging down to second. If she was running hard, that would have been a much closer play. Softball's a lot different than baseball as well with these 60-foot bases versus 90-foot bases. You don't have time to think about it, where it's going to go. You better know before it's hit to you. She knew where to go. She was unsure if her teammate was going to be at the base in time. So, ends up not costing the Hotshots. And a good play to get the first out. You now have 2. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So, Hotshots come to bat in the bottom of the third. You'll have Camber and Payne, Gracie Brown, and then I believe Jill Nevaez. That's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed outside. Two and two. Yeah, 2 and 2. Runner steals second there. Have a runner in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch here for the Hotshots. A little high, full count. So full count, 2 outs in a 1-run ball game. They're trying to get Olivia adjusted at third. Too far, too short, too... Okay, we're good, we're good. It's ball 4, and we got first and second and 2 outs. Not the end of the world, as you already had a runner down to second base. With 2 outs, it sets up a force at third. Pretty well anywhere on the infield except for home. Got to come after him now. No room for error. You're down 1 run, and that ball is fouled away. The Hotshots bats haven't exactly been explosive over the last couple weekends. Do not want to give up another one. You had to scratch the first one across on a good bunt by Kendall. Presley had hit a double to lead off that inning. Stole third, and then the bunt sacrifice was able to scratch the run across. Ooh, good pitch there. Called low. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's your pitch. Ball 2. Oh, dude. Two balls, 1 strike, first and second. 2 outs. Good pitch there, strike 2. That runner down to second base is pretty aggressive. She's halfway over to third base. Camille's kind of chased her down a couple times coming out from behind second, but they're at that age that they are good enough to be able to make these throws now. Pitch is low and away, and the runners are off. They've advanced to second and third. And we got a full count. Coming up at 10U, 12U, you may not make that throw down to second to try to cut them back, but Camille's good enough behind the plate. Kinsley and Kendall at second base good enough to make the catch and throw, and they've been working on rundowns a lot lately, so it'd be kind of fun to see them get a chance to put it into action here. Presley walks this one, and we've got a 2-1 score. Bases are loaded and 2 outs. They're going to call time here and talk it over. Since flown into center, and nobody's able to get there. The runner from third scores. The runner from second scores. They do throw into third base and get that out. But 2 runs are going to score here. It's going to be 4-1 impact goal.
Oh, so you are, is that, you're trying to be a smarty pants, aren't you?
Right here, Cameron. Get it going,
All right,
baby.
Cameron Payne is your hitter here. Lead off the bottom of the third. That was a little unfortunate. Presley did a good job that inning. Had some control problems a little bit, but should have had a fairly easy out number 3 and drop between 3 of our red shirts out there out in center field. They have a 4-1 lead moving into the bottom of the third. First pitch is low. We've got about 30 minutes left, and the Hotshots are going to have to find a way to start hitting the ball. I think there's only been one hit for the Hotshots so far. That's Presley's double last inning. Strike one.
Well, she smacked her thigh.
Oh, yeah. It was 47, but it was right into Cameron's face mask.
That's exactly right.
So Cam's hit by pitch on one up and in. She makes her way over to first base. So 47 on that one, but she may have tried to give us some extra oomph and lost complete control of that one. Right into the face mask. So Gracie Brown is your hitter, as mentioned earlier. First game with the Hotshots, and she was singled out into left. Couldn't see it, but the shortstop made a diving play, so Gracie's got the second hit of the game for the Hotshots. So the Hotshots could use her bat, as we haven't been seeing more than 2 or 3 hits all game. She's 1 for 1. An opportunity to coach her in middle school matchup. Good kid. Good family, good softball IQ. Be a good pickup for the Hotshots if they can convince her to come in on over playing for this team. Hotshots got runners at first and second, nobody out. As Cameron Payne was hit in the face mask as the first batter, and then Gracie is singled out into left field. Jill Nevaez is your batter. She did swing back. And Jill's game is speed. Put it in play and leg it out. Third baseman's playing pretty deep for Jill. She could drop one down third baseline. That would be big. There is a force out of third if it's too far. So kind of in between. But you have first and second, nobody out. Pitch just misses low. Yeah, and that fastball's about 47, 48-ish, I think. And then,
got no once at 52, but we're pretty consistent, I think, at that 40.
and then the changeup comes in there about 40, and she throws that a lot too. It's another changeup, and it's away. Ooh, and I had missed one there, so that's ball 4. Hotshots now have bases loaded and nobody out, looking for forward here to the opportunity to climb back in this game. Carissa Cloud is your batter. Camille is on deck. Kinsley would be number 3. Bases loaded, nobody out. Hotshots looking to rally. Bottom of the third inning, they trail by 3, and all those runners are on base. Carissa squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. She's been doing a really good job lately. I think I mentioned in her last at bat where she has been a great job slapping, and not just still at this age of developing that skill, but she's done a really good job of slapping with enough power to carry it out into the grass. This would be a great time for one of those to slap right over the shortstop's head and out into left center field. She squares the bunt and ball 2.
Good eye, Sam. Good eye.
So bases are loaded. Cameron Payne's your runner at third. Gracie Brown's down at second. Jill Nevaez is over at first. Carissa Claudia is your batter. Here's your pitch on 2-0. That was a gimme. That one was away. Pulled back and called strike one. I'm not directly behind the plate, but that one appeared to be a little away. But this umpire's been pretty good so far this game. I think he's been pretty fair both ways. Had a good strike zone. One pitch gives her another one to swing at here, which is just away, ball 3. Some hits off Cam's leg. And it seems like every time that the catcher throws it to third base, they're using our runners as backstops. So every time the catcher throws the ball, using our runners as backstops. Because I hit Presley too the last time. So 3-1, nobody out. Bases are jammed. Here's your pitch. There's that slap, and it is into center. It's dropping. Everybody's got to be running. It's off the center field, and everybody is safe. And the first run is in.
Woo! Way to go, Carissa!
And that was a tough one because it was shallow, but all the runners were having to tag up. There was no infield fly rules. It was in the grass. They had a force out of any base on the infield. So if that dropped, took one hot, and they bounced it, caught the ball and threw it to second, they could have had a chance at a double play there. But everything worked out for the Hotshots as everybody's safe on the infield. You get one across. Now you have bases loaded, nobody out. Camille Claudia's your batter, 1 ball, no strikes. Kinsley Schulte on deck, Presley Sandell in the hole. Hotshots are trying to come back here. Got one across so far. They've got 2 more that they need to get this inning. There's a called strike up in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gracie Brown down at third. Jill Nevaez at second. And Presley and Carissa Cloudy over at first. Trying to look down there. I'm blinded by the glare. Swung on and foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that one's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big one right here for Camille. She's been one of our top hitters all season. This season, definitely at the end of last season. Good blend of average and power. And
Get your timing, 6. You got it, baby.
couldn't have a better time for an extra base hit than right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. That tying runs down to second. Gracie Brown would bring it one closer. She's at third. And Carissa over at first base is the lead run, which is just away. And that was a tough take. We got a full count. Down, fouled off. Full count, nobody out. Bases are juiced. Jammed, juiced, full.
Interesting.
Camille's just a little early on this one. And Gracie's like, Coach White, why are you you having me run laps here or what? I'm not exactly sure. I don't think what the point was. Sean didn't hear the umpire say foul ball, and therefore, till he says foul, it's not foul. Visually, it was obviously foul. And Gracie was kind of like, okay, I'll hustle, do what you tell me, Coach, but I'm pretty sure this one is going to be called a foul ball. And that's the 3rd foul ball in a row. So we got a full count here. In the 9th pitch of the at-bat. He pitches so far was ball, strike, ball, foul, foul, foul. And that one's jammed. Infield fly, they run into each other. She catches the line drive, and it's the first out of the inning. The catcher? It's the third baseman.
Well, I'm trying to figure out who caught it. There was some people like
third baseman caught it. So everybody has to hold up as collision on that line drive. The third baseman's coming over. Pitcher's going towards third base.
Come on, Kinsley, we need you, baby. Let's do one of them line drives you're good at. Let's go.
So we got bases loaded. Kinsley Schulte's your batter. Pitch is just away. Ball 1.
Stay confident, Kinsley.
Kinsley did not have a good first at bat.
Come on, you got it.
Swung and missed on pitch number 1. Swung and missed on pitch number 2. Took a ball high and then was way out in front of a changeup for strike 3. Bases are loaded here. 1 out. Big cut, but a foul ball. May have caught a piece of that. I'm not sure if it was a foul ball or swung through it, but big swing. No result. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitches away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And some of the parents out here are just way too uptight.
Shut up. Nobody better, 6. Come on. They're playing shallow. Teach them a lesson.
Big cut again. She's just a split second late, and that thing is fly ball foul. We got a 2-2 count. That was
Move up on the plate a little bit, Kinsley.
That was a good pitch to hit right there. On the outside, she did the right thing with it, trying to drive it to right field. But she couldn't get it in play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's your pitch. Slow, ball 3.
Full count, Liv.
So full count, 1 out. Gracie Brown's at third base. Jill Nevaez at second. Carissa's at first. Hoping Kinsley can put one in play and move them around. She does walk here, and that's going to drive in a run. We got a 4-3 game. So we'll take them any way we can get them. As Kinsley fouls one off, forces extra pitches, and is over to first base. Gracie Brown scores on that. It's a 4-3 lead for Impact Gold, but the Hotshots are coming back. Presley had doubled in her last at bat. She's 1 for 1 and had scored the only run before this inning. Jill Nevaez down at third base. Carissa Claudia at second. Kinsley Schulte is at first, and the umpire is asking Presley to step out as there's a ball coming back in from the woods. So Presley doubled right down the left field line in the second inning as the leadoff hitter, I believe, in that inning. She ended up scoring on a bunt by Kendall White. Pitches low, and the throw down to third base gets away as Jill dives back in. She was one to take off for home. And that was another one, just a little bit no man's land, not quite far enough where I think Jill felt comfortable taking off on her own, and Coach White was asking her to hold. So bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Presley laces this one at the middle. Everybody's got to come back, and we're doubled off at first base. So ball hit hard right back at the pitcher. Everybody's instinct was to run, and we are going to go to the top of the 4th. A 4-3 Impact Gold.
We're 3.
4.
doing that minute marker there, man. No, I ain't doing nothing. I just started doing it. Give me the middle school, the new kid.
Move to the top of the fourth. Presley Sandell in the circle. First pitch is high, ball one.
Is that a ball?
It's a ball high. Hotshots find themselves down 4-3. Ball low will most likely be the final inning. I think there's 15 minutes or so left. Down ball three. So Camille Claudia is behind the plate. Carissa Claudia at first. Olivia Diaz at third. Kendall White is your second baseman. Kinsley Schulte at short. Which is ball four. And Impact Gold has had the leadoff hitter on every inning. Gracie Brown is your left fielder. Kylie Bruning is in center. Jill Nevaez is in right.
Good ball. One four, you okay?
All right, so the hit by pitches. Impact Gold with runners at first and second and nobody out. Top of the fourth. Big half inning here, as I doubt you'll get another one. Can't really afford to give up any more runs. First two are on for Impact Gold. That one is swung and fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. So far, the Hotshots trail Impact Gold, but have out-hit Impact Gold 3-2. Hotshots have left 2 on base. Impact Gold has left 4 up to this inning. away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Big at bat here. So we're at number 7 in the lineup, 8 in the lineup. Number 8 in the lineup, I believe. 4.
Third, the fourth inning, top of the fourth.
Number 7 in their lineup. Pitch is high, ball 3.
The shade's perfect. Let's go, Presley. You got it.
Good pitch is the soft ground ball to short. You got to force it third, and they get the lead runner. So good job by Kinsley there. His fielder's choice was a short, soft ground ball, which is a tough play. Kinsley decides to go to third with it, and they get the force out. So you got first and second, 1 out. Good job by A-Liv there as well. Be at third and be ready for that force. First pitch here to number 3 there, 8-hitter, strike 1. Pitch is high, ball 1. Presley's thrown 90 pitches, 48 balls, and 42 strikes. He's done a good job of getting out of bad situations through the first 3. In a tough situation here to start this one, though. You got first and second, nobody out. She does get the ground ball to short. They get the lead runner, and you have first and second, 1 out. That's where we're currently at in this one. Nine minutes or so left in this one, so this one pops foul. 2-2.
I was just good. I'm not sure who's going after that one. That one's pretty deep, sir. You want to give it a go?
2-2, 1 out.
He's got on jeans at least, too.
That one's fouled off as
One more,
well.
Elliot.
Somebody's going to have to tell these Impact gold parents that they can chip in over here.
I know, right?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. In a 1-run game. First game of the Ronald McDonald for the Hotshots. Pitches up, swung through, strike 3. So good job by Presley here coming back in that at bat, coming back in this inning. To losing the first 2, you hit first and second. She gets a ground ball and a strikeout. They're still at first and second. So now you're 1 hitter away from ending this inning. Just high to the backstop. Ball 1, both runners advance. One ball, no strikes. A couple balls come in from the woods.
I know. Yeah, right. Fucking all those golf balls.
Good looking pitch there. It's called away. 2 balls, no strikes. Second and third, you don't have to give in to this hitter. Again, at the end of your lineup, number 9. They are batting. Is this number 10 then? Number 10 in the lineup. And they have 2 more at the bottom. Good pitch up, strike 1. So you're at the part of the lineup where you don't want to give in. And Presley's a good enough pitcher, she can overpower him. Just got to put it in there and make him hit it. You get 2 balls, 1 strike here, and you're potentially able to get out of this jam. Can work on the black of the plate here as you still have first base open.
two. Cycle. Oh, not. No, it was just.
That misses away, ball 4. So bases are loaded, 2 outs, and a 1-run impact goal game. 1-run impact goal lead. Game number 1 of a long day. You'll have 3 of these 90-minute games, so a lot of game time for these girls. Just misses high, ball 1. Foul back just over our head. Made you look. Good pitch there. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bases are jammed. Got to win this one. That's what Coach White just told her. That's right. No room for error here. We got to go right after this hitter. Good pitch. Just misses down and away, but good location on that one. And dig back in. And Hotshots can get out of this. You'll have Olivia Diaz, Kendall White, Gracie Brown in the bottom of the 4th. First things first, you got to get through this inning. Good pitch there, strike 3. So good pitch by Presley on the outside, and that's strike 3 called. So the Hotshots are going to move to the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 1.
Chasing 1, right? Chasing 1, 4-3? Yes.
We're back to the original pitcher.
So we move to the bottom of the 4th, 4-3. Hotshots trail. Olivia Diaz is your hitter. Kendall White on deck.
Haynes. Ours is over here. Well,
Swung and fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. I think I made a mistake as I called out who I thought was coming up. It's going to be Olivia Kendall, and KB will be the number 3 hitter. Then Cam, then Gracie. So looking for 1 run here. We're out of time. So this could be the last inning. Either, it's on, it's going to be tough. It was up the middle for a base hit.
way to hustle there, Lou!
So it wasn't hit all that hard, but it was hit in the right spot. And it's right between the shortstop and second base and bounces just behind second base for a base hit. And the leadoff hitter is aboard here in Olivia Diaz. Kendall White is your hitter. She had the only RBI up until last inning. She drove around Presley in inning number 2 to open the scoring for the Hotshots. There's a ground ball up the middle. This is going to be a tough. Oh, they do get Alef on the tag at second, so that's a fielder's choice. And you got 4 unassisted. So Kendall White will change positions with Olivia. She's tagged out, headed to second. We now have 1 out. A 1-run impact gold lead. KB is your hitter. She bunks. This one's up in the air, and it's caught. They got a throw back to first, and she's just barely back. So pop up on the bunt. And that's second out of the inning. So Cameron Payne is your hitter. Gracie Brown on deck. Kendall White over at first base. Hotshots need that runner or this game's over. 1 out left to go. Swing through it. Oh. Swing and miss. Kendall has stolen second base. So she's now in scoring position. Nerves are on there, too. You got runner at second base, tying runner. Cameron Payne is your batter. Here's your pitch. Swung and left in. Foul. Strike 2. So Cam's going to have to protect here. This pitcher's way ahead. They did put in their starting pitcher to start this inning. As the Hotshots were able to get 3 after they changed. They only trailed by 1 here. It's been a pretty good game to start off this day. We'd sure like to see the Hotshots find a way to pull this one out. Here's your pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 in the end of the inning. In the end of the game. So 4-3, Hotshots are going to drop this one. We'll move on. We'll be back about 4:45 for game number 2. See you shortly.